Hey, Andy, Andy, that commercial came on Fly. I said that commercial. That commercial came out Fly.
Oh, I didn't even hear it yet.
It's Fly.
You heard?
Yeah. Hey, they put Bojangles.
They put Bojangles on there?
Fucking Sammy Davis Jr.
Hilarious.
That's what dude wanted. Yo, what up? What up?
They gonna be yip yapping for a little.
Yeah. What up, y'all?
Fight the good fight. We know that I am part of the resistance. Let's fight the power.
Our freedom of speech is freedom of death. We got to fight the powers that be.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got your back.
Hey, so I'm calling your show, cause I need to know. Show me which way to go before I throw my man out the door.
Okay, hold on a second, Keisha. Just let me ask Ronald exactly what's going on because it takes two to tango and I need to hear his side of the story.
So she's driving me insane. Got stress heavy on my brain. She keeps playing silly games. Man, I'm about to bring the pain. We seem to fuss and fight every day and every night. Please give some advice so we can see the light. See the light.
What's good? Everybody hit that like button.
Search first, gatekeeper. Find the path we got. He's a fighter, shapeshifter, and he'll protect your home. Eyes in the front and the back of the head. Chase away evil forces. Maneuver me, give me they say. So long as you bring the office. He's got the ashe I can't deny. I am a witness, I testify. This song, my oriki, my sacrifice to the one who can do and undo.
They say we are all connected, not by chance, not by coincidence, but by a thread, invisible, ancient, and red. A string that binds souls across space and time. This is the red string theory, and today we're going to explore the mystery behind this sacred thread. The red string theory finds its roots in East Asian folklore, particularly in Chinese and Japanese cultures. The story goes like this. An invisible red thread is tied around the ankles or fingers of those who are destined to meet. It doesn't matter how far apart they are. It doesn't matter how long it takes. The string may stretch, tangle, twist, but it will never break. Destiny in this story is not found. It's followed. Despite the modern idea of this being a romantic legend, the red string doesn't just tie lovers together. It connects soulmates, friends, mentors, karmic partners, even strangers who appear for one brief moment, but change everything. It's not about happy endings. It's about sacred intersections, where two souls meet exactly when they're meant to learn, to teach, to remember. So what is this red string? Energetically speaking, it's a metaphor for vibrational resonance, the pull you feel towards someone, without reason, without logic. is often a memory deep in your energetic field, a contract signed long before this lifetime. Have you ever met someone and felt like you already knew them? Like something inside you woke up? That's not coincidence. That's recognition. But not all red string connections are comfortable. Some are wild, intense, turbulent. They shake you open, trigger your deepest fears, and teach you the hardest lessons. These are still sacred. Not every string is meant to hold forever. Some are here to shatter illusions, to heal ancestral pain, to prepare you for the next chapter. The red string never breaks, but it doesn't always stay the same. Many associate the red string with twin flames, two halves of the same soul, divided to evolve and reunite. Others believe the thread binds karmic relationships, the people who come into your life to balance past actions, awaken dormant memories, or fulfill an ancient agreement. In both cases, the connection feels magnetic, inevitable, unforgettable. It's not about possession, it's about reflection. These people don't complete you. They show you where you're still incomplete. So what about free will? If we're tied to others by destiny, do we have a choice? Yes. The red string may lead you to someone, but you still choose how to walk the path together. You still choose growth or stagnation, healing.
Man, oh man, a Shavitz. It's episode 4 already. This week flew by. And the reviews, people have been going crazy over this series that I've put together here. Me and my niece, of course. Man, come on. The unseen spiritual laws you must respect within intimate relationships. I've been saying for years now, relationships are inherently spiritual. That isn't to marginalize the psychological, the clinical, the social. That isn't to marginalize any other space. As a matter of fact, we incorporate those ideas into these topics because I believe people have a misconception about intimate relationships. I think we have relationships in reverse. Many people think relationships are about what you can get, not what you can become, and ultimately what you can give. Giving is kind of a slippery slope for a lot of people, especially when you haven't done any individuation work. So giving usually is tethered to some type of expectation or return. So it's not true giving. Tonight's episode 4 of the spiritual nature of relationships, the unseen laws, the unseen spiritual laws that all relationships must respect. Episode 4, tonight's episode, the law of timing. Some doors open only in divine time. Forcing it might equal punishment or delay. You hear people say it all the time. Divine timing. I'm going to leave it up to divine timing. I'm going to wait till God sends me the person or my person, right? We're going to delve very deep into this topic. And as you already know, this is a non-judgmental space. We want to engender a national discussion on the topic. How many people do you know rush into relationships? How many people do you know move at a tortoise pace or a snail's pace? Let's talk about it. When is moving too fast versus when is moving too slow? What is the definition of divine timing? This episode incinerates the spiritual fairy tale of divine timing and exposes it as the ego's most seductive escape clause. You're not waiting for the stars to align. You're hiding from your shadow. Every delay you call fate is often trauma dressed in ritual garb, masquerading as wisdom or discernment. The universe makes no mistakes, right? The universe doesn't withhold love. It protects you from your own unconscious reenactments. What you call missed opportunities may be a karmic firewall shielding you from reliving abandonment in new costumes. This isn't about clocks, it's about coherence. Timing isn't a date on the calendar. It's the frequency of your readiness. The readiness frequency, man. 1-800-920-1580, the real law of timing. You will never receive what you demand from fear. Presence is the only permission slip, and delay is a kind of mercy until it becomes your sentence. 1-800-920-1580, divine timing. What does it mean? Are you locked into this thought process of divine timing? What's your definition of it? Do you think 3 months is enough time to get to know someone? 6 months, a year? What about 18 months? Right? I'm very interested in your thought process on tonight's topic, divine timing, right? Spiritual procrastination, how divine timing became the ego's most sophisticated escape plan. Divine timing, i.e. spiritual procrastination. What is that? Trauma avoidance. Ooh, Lord. Wasted time or wasted presence. Reframing regret as a mirror of emotional immaturity. Oh my goodness. Have you ever felt like somebody wasted your time? Instead of God being a bulletproof vest? Oof. Ooh, I don't. Cognitive dissonance as a divine alarm clock. How incongruence reveals your hidden misalignment with purpose. Huh? I want to know what you think. Trauma as a clocksmith. How childhood abandonment programs your internal calendar of love. These are very interesting topics here tonight. Urgency as a nervous system SOS. What your manifestation obsession is really trying to tell you. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord, are you ready for tonight? Are you ready for what we're trying to do? You don't have a timing problem. You have a coherence problem. It's coherence over timing. Spiritual alignment, ego resistance, energetic resonance, trauma healing, right? Time as a mirror, not a measure. Why every delay is a divine invitation to deepen presence. Are you ready? Are you ready for tonight? Some doors only open in divine time. Forcing it equals punishment or delay. Perhaps our focus is best spent not on perfecting the timing of things, but rather remaining attentive during the process of individuation. The now acts as a spiritual conduit for temperance, gratitude, self-awareness, and inner peace, right? Forcing the outcome is the ego's way of guaranteeing survival while simultaneously starving you of much needed self-evaluation. Huh? Our healing process is then extended due to an ego that refuses to relinquish its life. In what ways? Might your fixation on divine timing be a disguise for spiritualized procrastination and unresolved grief? When you claim someone wasted your time, what unconscious contracts of your own did you abandon or dishonor? How does your desire to get it right this time sabotage your ability to be right now, to be where your feet are? Does your fear of missing out, FOMO, actually signify a life unlived or an identity unexamined? If delay is not denial, what does urgency reveal about your distrust in the unfolding of self? When you speak of timing being off, who calibrated your inner clock? And did they teach you to listen instead? Might your resentment toward time be a covert rage towards the boundaries imposed by embodiment? 1-800-920-1580. 1-800-920. Oh, divine timing and in divine time. That's your way of shirking your inner work's responsibility. You want God to step in and set the time. You set the time by putting in the time. Oh, wait a minute. You never can waste time. All you really do is extend time. What? Wait, huh? Yeah. No time is ever wasted. It's just extended. Think of the ancient Hindus. They have a word, it's called karma. Karma means action, right? Whatever comes around goes around. What you do comes back to you, right? Right? Huh? Yes. Now, karma is also associated with the other Sanskrit word, or another Sanskrit word called samsara. Samsara means the wheel of time, the endless birth, life, and death cycle. Why is this important, Zoe? And what does this have to do with time being extended? Well, samsara is endless for those who don't learn, for those who don't evolve to the space of ego annihilation, i.e. nirvana, moksha, self-realization, self-actualization, self-individuation. If you don't grow, you got to come back. That's what their reincarnation cycle meant. If you don't evolve spiritually, not socially or financially, you're extending time. Oh, you failed that class. Okay, go back and do it again. That's the extension of time. You don't waste it, you just extend it. We're not efficient with our time here on earth. We spend time, most of our time, trying to be scintillated, stimulated, entertained, entrained in some type of escape. And the work that is necessary to be done hasn't been, and thus you must repeat. The time is extended, not lost. When we come forward, the voice of reason is going to keep cooking.
Got you confused? Need some straight talk? This is where you get the unfiltered truth about love, relationships, and everything in between. He breaks down relationship
We breaking it down?
nonsense wisdom
Is the setup right?
advice.
Who's calling in tonight?
Tackling the questions you were afraid to ask and giving you the answers you need to hear. You're inside the voice of reason with Phil Williams on KLA Talk 1580.
What up, party people in the place to be? This show is a banger. I'm staying on point. You should call in. And I'm serious. Get on the lines now so we could talk. What up, Big Zoe? Salute, big dog. What up, everybody? What do y'all think of tonight's topic? Please hit the like button. Please hit the share button. Please subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. And if you can, please support your brother. You can go to my Cash App, $Zoewoodnetter. Can we push everybody to the Cash App today? Can I get everyone to go to the Cash App today? Doing it, James. I missed the mansion show, Zoe. Fire show. Don't worry. I got plans. Can I push everyone to my Cash App today? Moderators, can you put just the Cash App information in the chat if you found this first week? Because next week, I think we still have 4 more spiritual laws. So if you've enjoyed this week, man, now's the time to drop a couple of twos and fews on the Cash App. Can you guys please support the Cash App? This is a call to action. I'll be checking it periodically. I still like this show as well. Thank you, brother. Thank you. This show is a banger. This show is for sure a banger. So yes, 4 more. So next week, this is a 2-week series, right? I buy a book, I own the green. Man, too much money. Much love, Davy Lee. So listen, everybody who is a moderator, please, please, please spam the chat. Yeah, go to the Cash App and support best way you know how. I'd appreciate it. Especially if you're getting something from this show. Also, don't be afraid to call in. What is that? Zaya? Appreciate you, Zoe. Man, thank you. Sister, if that's a sister, thank you. If that's a brother, bro, thank you. All right? But y'all let me know. Call in 1-800-920-1580. 1-800-920-1580. We got a crazy playlist too.
We don't need to surrender the desires God has put in our heart if God put them there. What we need to surrender in this season of our life is the way we thought it was supposed to go. Let go of how you thought it was supposed to go. And while you're at it, let go of when you thought it was supposed to get there. Because the issue isn't will God, it's when God.
Oh, Hold on, hold on.
It's not will God, it's when God.
My.
And it doesn't just depend on what he wants to do. It depends on what you are willing to do until God does.
My. Hey, we got to bring that back one more time. Come on. Did you hear the jewels dripping from the clip? Who is the brother, Andy?
Stephen Furtick.
Stephen Furtick. The name sounds surgical. The way he was breaking that. Bring it back. Come
We
on.
don't need to surrender the desires God has put in our heart if God put them there. What we need to surrender in this season of our life is the way we thought it was supposed to go. Let go of how you thought it was supposed to go. And while you're at it,
My.
let go of when you thought it
When?
was supposed to get there. Because the issue isn't will God, it's when God.
My.
It's not will God, it's when God. And it doesn't just depend on what he wants to do. It depends on what you are willing to do until God does.
What in the feast of Sam Hain is going? Stephen Furtick just slapped us upside our dome piece on our way home from Jones Beach. Your ego thinks it's in control of your love clock. Well, it's not. What if your psychological impatience is really your ego's final plea to outrun its extinction? Do you relate to others through time or through timelessness? And how would you know the difference? We've been doing this for a while. I mean, how many times you've heard people say in this life, man, how many more lessons, man? I'm tired of lessons. I just want to be happy at this point. When does the good stuff start? When you conquer yourself? Ooh. When you turn inward for all you thought you were supposed to receive externally? Ooh. What assumptions about divine timing protect you from feeling the wound of unworthiness? Let me put that off. That's too much for now. In what ways does trauma interpret your ability to discern between a sacred pause and self-sabotage? See, I'm going to ask you the questions you never thought of, and then when you hear them, you're running out the door because you don't want to search for that answer. Oh yeah, that answer lives in you. When you chase closure, are you seeking truth or permission to remain unchanged? What part of you insists that a missed opportunity is not, in fact, a mercy? 1-800-920-1580. Huh? What you know about divine timing? Huh? Is your longing for relationship a calling or a compensation? When I come forward, the voice of reason go, keep this fire lit.
The voice of reason with Zoe Williams exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Mike Island of PIN News Now. On the Black Information Network, the White House confirms the FBI is investigating the leak of an intel report challenging the effectiveness of the U.S. strikes against Iran's news sites. The organization challenged the state from
Andy, I got it. Hey, Andy, Andy, I got another song I got to tell you.
Millions across the central and the eastern U.S. is starting to lift. Forecasters say temperatures will start falling in the northeast, where places like New York and New England have been reporting record heat. Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker will seek a third term next year. Pritzker says his state is standing at the center of the fight to make life more affordable. There are also reports that Pritzker could be running for president in 2028. New data reveals that the U.S. economy shrank more than previously estimated. The GDP fell at an annual rate of 0.5% from January through March. Get BIN News Now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
Celebrate the special father figure in your life at Dodger Stadium on June 15th for Father's Day versus the Giants. With the purchase of a ticket to the game, receive an exclusive Dodgers Father's Day bucket hat presented by Security Benefits.
Oh, well
Don't miss
then.
the special
No,
night in the
I'll
ballpark.
give you the
Visit
signal.
Dodgers.com
I'll give you the
slash
signal.
promotions.
At the tone, please record your message.
Drop it! Mr. Travis Smiley, preach it. Thank you, man. Politics in this country is crazy. You put it into perspective that even I didn't. The right is playing fast and loose with facts and scapegoating everyone under the sun, especially black and brown people. As a white man, I do not agree with this, and I am on my black and brown brothers and sisters' side. Fight the good fight. We know that I am part of the resistance. Let's fight the power. Our freedom of speech is freedom of death. We got to fight the powers that be.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got your black.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them. They have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go. And that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about. KBLA Talk 1580. Connecting you with services and solutions.
Hey, man, this is real talk today. Hey, this is a talk today. Is this real time? Hey, are we on one today? I want to ask you, of the 4 episodes in the spiritual purpose for relationship series, which one is your favorite so far? 4 Cash Apps: Rev L, Melanie, John, and hold on, Reggie, I believe. Hold on. Forgive me, Rev L, Melanie, John, and Lloyd Hinton. We got 4 Cash Apps. If you want a Cash App, please go to my Cash App right now. Support the channel. If you enjoy the content, if you think the content is crazy, please support. I'm staying on point. She says number 4. Oh, and Lloyd Hinton. Lloyd is in there too. Melanie says today's topic. Man, all 4 of these topics is crazy. If y'all don't go to Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Plus, or Google Play, wherever, it's everywhere. It's on all DSPs, Amazon, it's everywhere. iHeart, go there and download this series. It's gonna be 8. Nope, I'm waiting until I ain't hear the other name. Sorry. Lloyd Hinton. Lloyd, our brother Lloyd. Lloyd, Rev L, Melanie, John. Hit the like button. 55 people, only 36 likes. Let's get the likes up. They are absolutely free. Get us an algorithm.
You're listening to the voice of reason with the Williams. Only on KBLA Talk 1580. When God blesses you, it's not just for you, it's for other people too. And I need you to remember that and let that sit in your spirit, because this topic we're discussing today may make some of you feel some kind of way. It may turn you off. And you may be looking at the title and saying, this sounds absolutely ridiculous. But no, this is real. This happens. And I'm going to explain to you why God would allow you to meet the right man when it's not the wrong time. Now, I did a previous video discussing the issue of right guy, wrong time, and breaking down some of the dynamics of it, right? And you can go check that out when you have a chance. But I mentioned in there that there's a purpose behind it from a spiritual perspective. And I promised I would do this video. So now, let me say this before I continue. Take a deep breath. Listen with an open mind. Listen with an open spirit. And pray about all the things you're about to hear. Don't just react to it. Don't let it trigger you. Don't let it frustrate you, because some of it may sound very frustrating. But let God guide you through how to receive this, all right? So, again, I've talked about the fact that, yes, you can meet the right person at the wrong time, because the reality is that as human beings, we have flaws, we have issues that need to be addressed, and sometimes we cross paths at a time that it's not time for us to move forward in a romantic relationship. Now, many people will say, well, why would God even allow you to cross paths with this person if nothing's supposed to come about it and awaken this love in me? Well, understand this. Just because we cross paths doesn't mean get in a relationship. Doesn't mean get romantic. It doesn't mean move forward under your own understanding.
Okay, I was... no disrespect to the brother Stephen Speaks. I love him to death. But sometimes we have to kind of move away from thinking for God. It's kind of like well, this happens because... No. Nothing in the universe is wasted. There is no, I met the right person at the wrong time. You met the right person at the right time with the right circumstances. And guess what? Even if the relationship doesn't work, you acquired tools. So, do you understand? So sometimes people are like, because it didn't work, it was the wrong time. It's never the wrong time. God doesn't operate in wrong. When are you like low-key implying that God is out of alignment? What are we doing? I mean, if you want to be religious, I will come in and argue that God is never misaligned. Now, we can be misaligned with the purpose of God, which is why we don't recognize tools when they come in the form of failed relationships. Oh, okay. One of the functions of thought is to be occupied all the time with something. Most of us want to have our minds continually occupied so that we are prevented from seeing ourselves as we actually are. We are afraid to be empty. We are afraid to look at our fears. Who is that? That's none other than the great Krishnamurti, aka Krishnamurti. Do you understand? Right? Watch him hit you this way. Doesn't becoming your desired self, doesn't that imply time? Hell, Kanye said it. Wait till I get my money right. Then I'm going to be better. Well, he got all the money he could handle and he got no better. Listen, man. What kind of work y'all ready to do tonight? How do you unconsciously schedule your self-worth in others' calendars? 1-800-920-1580. Get to your phone lines. Get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready. One day they're going to see me. One day they're going to see my worth. One day they're going to be able to appreciate me. One day they're going to acknowledge what I really meant to them. One day they're going to understand my purpose here on earth. One day they're going to see that I was always alive. Listen, how do you unconsciously schedule your self-worth in others' calendar? Might your concept of a soulmate be a projection of your own unrealized self? If your timing never aligns in love, is the universe, i.e. God, blocking you? Or are you hiding behind the narrative? Whew. Can two people ever truly meet if one is still time traveling through trauma? Oh yeah, trauma is a time machine that only goes backwards to the past. Oh, 1-800-920-1580. What? Who wants this work? I know you're scared to call it. I know you'd be like, oh God, he ain't finna read my life, huh? He not finna do that to me. Let me say it again. Can two people ever truly meet one another if one of them is still time traveling through trauma? What if your obsession with synchronicity is simply avoidance wearing a metaphysical mask? Oh, wait a minute, we got to line up. Let me tell you something. The mirror is aligned because there are two reverse images facing each other. You think, oh yeah, this person is like me. No. This person is the invert of you. The perfect fit for your hidden, unrequited wound to be triggered. That's why you pull them into your life. This is what the mirror of relationship actually means. Are you committed to your healing or just addicted to your story? Well, maybe one day you'll get to that point where the real breakup that needs to happen is the breakup with your victim narrative, which is the breakup with the narrative, I didn't do anything wrong. Might you need for the right moment, right? Or might your need for the right moment actually be a sophisticated form of emotional bypassing? Does holding space sometimes serve as spiritual codependency in disguise? When I come forward, if you think I just got started, you'd be wrong. There's more. Now listen. Busy with distractions to avoid facing the truth selves. I love the transparency. Call in. Call in. Call in, people. Zoe got the grill lit. Is it lit? Which is your favorite show of all four? Which one is resonating with you more? That's what I want to know. Which one of these shows is hitting hard? Which one of these shows of this week? Okay, two. Stop trying to make me vote. Come on, get in here. No, I want to know your thought. This is about resonance of the 4 so far. We know next week there's going to be 4 more. They're going to be equally as impactful, but I want to know of the 4 this week. I'm staying on point. I already said it was this one for her. No, I know. You gotta wait for my thought until next week. She said, no, I ain't gonna do it. Monday for you, Davy Lee. I love it. Listen, I will say this. Of all the shows, I've read off more questions from this show than any of the other shows combined to this point. I'm on question 23. With Attila's 5, I've got 55 questions. The questions are crazy right now. And we still got a whole week. Yeah. I need time to Hey, and my time playlist is nuts. Andy, you know what I forgot? The time.
Man, listen to me. The Lord knows all. The Lord knows all. Like when you walk with the Lord, now if you're not walking with the Lord, God bless you, keep your head up. Well, actually put your head down and pray. If you ain't walking with the Lord, ask for forgiveness and come on to Him. But for those of you, if I'm talking to you and you walking with the Lord, meaning you literally trying to live your life like Jesus is sitting right next to you. That's what I'm talking to. Like you trying to read your Bible, every time you think of it, you remember the day, hey, I need to read a chapter. Boom, you open that Bible. It don't matter where you read it from, you in that Bible. You learning something from the Lord. You not cursing intentionally. Now somebody might get you fired hot and you step outside of the fruits of the Spirit. You're not indulging in no foolishness. You're living like Christ is with you, in you, the Holy Spirit. I'm talking to you. God knows all. He knows all, every step, everything in your life, the good, the bad, the ugly. He knows where you going, where you coming from, where you at, what you need, what you don't need. You gotta pray, Lord, let your will be done, not my will. Lord, give me wisdom, Lord. Grant me wisdom, Lord. Grant me understanding, Lord. Give me faith, Lord. Give me peace. Give me patience. Lord, the season that I'm in,
Lord, make sure I get the lesson from it, Lord. Make sure that the lesson don't pass me by. Because I was just sitting here and I was thinking about, I was listening back to the Christian Keys video when he was talking about he at this man's house, he in the rest room, and then the man come climb in the bed with him. And that, you know, this how he was making his money, and he got bills to pay and doing the acting. And he said the man come climb in the bed with him, he pushed the man off of him, he rolled out the bed, the man apologized, blaming on the alcohol. He said he was 4-5 Hennessy's deep. And then when I read the lawsuit, the man said the same thing. He said, I'm in the guest room.
Wait, hold on. We went from car church to car TMZ. Listen, I don't even know what that got to do with time. Who was that talking? Lord, that was Gaston, Tony Gaskins. Hey man, car church was fly. Now I was with that. You know, you hear the streets and you hear the outside, the window down. All that's good. God is in control every day. Won't he do it? Yeah, I'm with that part. But then car TMZ, I don't know what's going on with the rest of it. Listen, let me explain to you time. And I love to start with Krishnamurti, right? But our minds, listen to what I'm about to say. But our minds are bound to the yardstick of yesterday, today, and tomorrow. And with that yardstick, we try to inquire into the unknown to measure that which is not measurable. See, take it back to car church. He's talking about God is in control. Yes, God moves in mysterious ways, i.e. the unknown. Many times our ego is in such a desperate fight to maintain its identity. Remember, whatever is wrong with you, your ego will identify with it. Your ego will use that to aggrandize itself. Your ego will use that to minimize itself when it benefits itself. But the one thing your ego refuses to do is allow itself to be destroyed. And that's what individuation is going to do. Yeah, I mean, psychologists might not agree. They'll say individuation is merging the shadow with the mask so you can become whole, right? Well, in a way, you are destroying the stronghold of the ego as the presidential leader of your life, as the executive branch of your life. For many of us, the executive branch of our life is the mask, is the ego. It's not healing. So individuation is a type of annihilation. The old guard is out. Do you see? Oftentimes, we go into this dang relationship hoping and praying that if I invest enough time, right? If I do what this person wants me to do, if I show up the way they need me to show up, and we don't get the underlying silent contractual payment that we were looking for, I wasted my time. How many times you heard women say, I wasted 7 years with this man. I wasted blah, blah, blah. How many times you heard brothers say, I was with her for 10 years, right? I need you to go deeper into time. You hear people say time heals all wounds. Not if you're not doing any work. You just adding time. Remember what I'm saying? If you don't do any internal work, right? And you can start at any time. But if you don't do any internal work and say, oh, at 55, you go, wow, now it's time. You're just starting a course that you thought you were supposed to start 20 years ago, 30 years ago. Well, no, it's the right time, because now you know how to respect the time. You won't neglect the time. You won't use it in an inefficient way. See, time and money are both currencies, right? One, you can't get back after you spend it. That's money. I mean, that's time. The other is money. You can lose money and you can still get it back. But what's beautiful about spirituality? The moment you decide to stop the mess in your life, the moment you decide to become responsible for your wounds, the moment you decide to go inside and embrace that hurt inner child, that's the right time. Sometimes God allows you to live life. Sometimes you got to get it out. You got to burn it through. You got to get it out. And then 55, you go, wow, now it's time. It wouldn't have been time if you would have started it 20 years ago. Do you see? God is efficient with his movement. When we come forward, we're going to go even deeper. Where are the motherfucking organs is crazy. Listen, if you're enjoying it, please, I'm urging everybody to go to my Cash App. We got 4 Cash Apps in the first hour. Can we get 4 more in the second hour? Please support. And I'm talking to the people that have not supported, but please support. I appreciate it. I enjoy every show. Redeem Time by Miles Monroe. It's my favorite episode. Absolutely. Hey, Rev been in the Cash App. We appreciate that Cash App from Rev earlier. Rev, you got to get on the phone. Sometimes Rev be inching towards that phone. Come on in here, Rev, and talk to me. Deacon Brown, what up? Well, praise the Lord. Jesus is the King. No callers tonight? Oh, we got one. Oh, it's okay.
Dating a fat person, are they worth the wait? Trust me, this gonna be crazy.
I love good heavy stuff. The child wasn't his, and he still had to pay child support.
It's a very heated topic.
How was that right?
Mama's baby, daddy's maybe.
I just have so many questions I want to ask you.
I was like the kid. This gonna be way up there.
Damn.
He told me he had a vasectomy. I'm pregnant.
Betrayal has been committed. Hit you with a bad vibes routine. How does he maintain his humposity?
He likes it when it pinches my nip.
Why can't you open up, brother?
I'm a karate man. Karate man on the inside. They don't show their weaknesses. Yeah.
How do you write women so well?
So William,
Reason and accountability.
the voice of reason.
And when it's time to learn a language, when it's time to learn how to ride a car, time is necessary for acquiring skill, technological skill. To be a good carpenter, you need time. But we're asking something entirely different. where his time is necessary. Psychologically, please bear in mind we are thinking together, not what you think time is necessary or not. We are investigating together. Therefore, you are free to look, to question, ask. You cannot inquire, demand, be skeptical if you just say, I will hold on to my knowledge, I think time is necessary, and so on. Then we don't meet together. We are thinking together about the whole question of psychological evolution. This man, throughout the millennia, has been accustomed, is used, conditioned to think that he will evolve. I am this today, give me time to change. I am envious, frightened, burdened with enormous sorrow, and I must have time to get over it, to go beyond it. This is what we are used to. So the speaker is saying whether such psychological evolution exists at all, or it is the invention of thought. Because it says, I cannot change today, give me time, for God's sake, tomorrow. The everlasting becoming.
The everlasting becoming.
Be successful as an executive, as a first-class engineer, or a first-class carpenter, all this needs skill and you need time. But we are asking, is there psychological evolution at all? The me becoming something. Vincent, we are thinking together not about whether time exists psychologically or not. We are thinking together. Therefore, there is no opposition. Right?
Listen, I could listen to the brother cook for hours, but I'm going to give you the footnotes. I've read all of his books. And what he does is set you up to think, to see if you will arrive at what has later been termed an aha moment. Do you know the aha moment happens instantaneously? This is what he's saying. He's saying psychologically, if you get rid of the psychological baggage, he says time is needed for technological advancement. Yes, but psychologically, if you knew how to tap in, you could change instantaneously, almost like an aha moment. He has a book with him and theoretical physicist Dr. David Bohm. It's called The Ending of Time. And within this book, might be boring to you, I loved it, read it about 20 times. But there's a section in the book where they're talking about the space in between seconds. He said just because we don't count it doesn't mean time isn't there. He said, but if you're looking at it from a psychological perspective, he said, in between the rhythmic ticks and tocks, that's where insight lives. Is it possible for us to be in a conscious state of perpetual insight? Now, I'm sitting with Quincy Jones. We're talking about music. We're talking about production. He's talking about writer's block. He said, sometimes I gotta sit the music down. I gotta get up, walk away from it, get it out of my mind. As a writer, I've experienced this, where I got this idea, I just can't pull the words together, but the moment I sit it down, I'm off the metronomic thought process. And I'm allowing my mind to just be at peace. And the moment it gets still, it gets quiet, I'm in the flow state. And he's saying the flow state is in between the tick and the tock. He said that's where insight lives. So yes, theoretically speaking, there is the potentiality to radically change who your wounds have made you into. You can radically change. You hold on to them old, broken, wounded thought processes and patterns because it makes you who you are. And because you don't have a blueprint for who you really could be, that scares you. Well, who would I be without this busted thought? Krishnamurti, truth is an eternal movement, and so cannot be measured in the words of time. Look at how much emphasis we put on time in relationships. You think because somebody has dedicated 2 years, 3 years of their life acting right, that their wounds won't show up? It's only a matter of time. And when the wounds show up, that's when the work shows up. Tonight's topic, episode 4, the law of timing and the disfigured mirror, a metaphysical excavation of relational time, trauma, and transcendence. Transcendence is work. We don't want to work. We want the relationship to work for us, right? I didn't sign up for this. No, we have to recontextualize that. You didn't sign up for you. Am I wrong? 1-800-920-1580. Get to your phone lines. Get ready, get ready, get ready. We got a caller on the line. I want to get him in here right now, right now, right now. Atala from Houston, Texas. My niece is on board. Let's see what she got for us tonight. What are your thoughts?
Not much of nothing. Not much of nothing. Okay? Talking about vote. Y'all, he's trying to get me to choose. I can't choose. These are all amazing. They're all amazing. But in regard to this particular topic, you mentioned people complaining about wasted time and how much time they spent. And I always find that interesting because the very thing that we complain about is the same reason that we stay. So, I mean, it's kind of a conundrum because we're putting ourselves in these positions based on, like, limited knowledge. So, if I'm someone who, how would I say, maybe is anxious or sits in a space of, like, fear when it comes to not being able to succeed or produce an outcome, what does time look like for me? It looks like I don't have enough time, right? And so I think the way that you move in relationships is always indicative of you and your relationship to opportunity in time. And so if I feel as though I'm limited in opportunity, I'm limited in time, then I'm going to move that way, you know, in my dating process. And I think something that's been kicking me in the butt recently is my lack of patience. You know me, I'm a Taurus. Like, patience for me is hard simply because the mantra for a Taurus is I have. And so when you're focused on obtaining things, be it relationships or jobs or whatever the case may be, again, like I said, there's this feeling of not enough time. So I don't know, I think we just have to learn how to be a little bit more patient with ourselves first, and then that'll extend outward to other people. We give a lot in our relationships, and we spend a lot of time with one another, but are you actually present
No,
and are
yes.
you actually extending patience
Ooh,
to that person?
you're
You know
right
what I'm saying?
there.
Like, that's how you get to that space where you're just tolerating them because you're not tapped in with them. And you're
Right.
not patient enough with yourself to even see that that's what you're doing.
So this is such good stuff. Are you saying instead of extending patience as if it was a type of currency,
Right.
embody patience and really be that until they are ready?
Yeah, and learn to be that for yourself because, I mean, that's the thing. Like, if he's not ready, then neither am I. So what exactly am I impatient about? I'm impatient with myself. I'm angry at myself for not being ready.
Ooh.
And I'm projecting that on to him.
Go deeper. What is readiness?
I mean, can we even really define that? Because to me, I don't really think there's ever a perfect time or a quote-unquote ready time. I think there are times that are maybe more advantageous to growth, but I don't think there's ever really a perfect time. And so, again, with me being so preoccupied with the idea of having something instantaneously, I'm fighting myself.
So
I'm not trying to fight you.
see, I'm trying to pull you into our talking points earlier today.
Yes.
Readiness is the opposite of a now waster.
Right.
We got now wasters.
Right.
Do you see what I'm saying? I'm a avoid the situation because I don't want to deal with it. That's a now waster.
Mm-hmm.
That's what procrastination is. What Murty is saying is the tick and the tock. In the middle of the tick and the tock is insight. Well, apply that to time. Tick is past, tock is future. The present is insight. The present is the aha moment. The now is the aha moment. So many people are so psychologically preoccupied with the past. Damn, I wish that wouldn't have happened. And then focused on this illusionary future that they missed the aha moment of now. We got now wasters.
Now wasters are so fired. It's so fired. We do waste the now. We waste. I know me. I waste the now because I'm constantly trying to prepare and stay ahead of the curve. But the thing is, what if there is no curve, right? We assume that we're gonna have this painful, you know, if you're maybe more negative leaning, painful, difficult trial if we don't prepare, if we don't appear a certain way, act a certain way, speak a certain way, instead of just allowing the situation to happen and observe it.
Right, right. Listen, have you ever dated a now waster?
I'm sure I have. I've definitely been a now waster, so I'm sure I have, yes.
The whole relationship is icing, no cake. And you sitting there waiting for the cake. I want to get to the cake.
Yeah, I'm hungry. Like, where is the actual sustenance of this thing, right?
Right.
The sustenance lies within you and the lesson that you get from that situation. You're trying to get it from them, but it's really not coming from them. It's coming from the observing that you're supposed to be doing in the dynamic.
Now watch this, though, because I see where you're going with this. What you're talking about is the cake. Self-work is the cake. You can be in a relationship with a now waster because all they want is stimulation. Where we going? What we doing? We went here. Okay, all right, let's go somewhere else. It's constant stimulation, but it's no substance. The cake is the substance. Can you have a real conversation? Right? Can you have a much needed conversation? And then after the conversation, how much are you willing to invest, right, in the revolutionary change that you need to undergo in order to elevate yourself and this relationship? That's the cake. Nobody's, do you see? That's what a now waster is. I don't want no cake. I just want icing.
Exactly.
Do you see?
But you're still hungry, though. You're still hungry, you lack sustenance, and you're not getting the necessary nutrients that you need, meaning the lesson. So, I mean, then we end up repeating the same cycle again with another set with another batch of icing, excuse me.
Another batch of icing is crazy.
Basically,
You got that Duncan Hines icing? That Duncan Hines icing is thick. Make sure you get the lemon. The Duncan Hines lemon icing.
We out here swiping on icing. Like, well, that icing looks a little pleasing. Let me swipe on that. Like, no.
Right.
No. But again, like, I mean, how can I expect cake when I'm icing?
Ooh.
Like, I don't know. Like, I mean, maybe that would be the question I would ask myself.
Oh.
If I'm sitting in front of a person with no substance, well, I mean, have I provided that to myself?
Indeed.
Like, I'm just, I don't know. But anyway, I don't want to take too much time.
I love it. I love it. Atala. You already know what I'm going to ask you. Guess what you just did?
Houston in the building.
Houston, Texas is in the building. They're on the board. If you want to bring your city into the building, you know what you gotta do. Hit that number, 1-800-920-1580.
Relationships. Got you confused? Need some straight talk? This is where you get the unfiltered truth about love, relationships, and everything in between. He breaks down relationship dynamics with no-nonsense wisdom and practical advice that actually works. Tackling the questions you're afraid to ask and giving you the answers you need to hear. You're inside the Voice of Reason with Phil Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Yo, I want to thank Lloyd Hinton. Lloyd Hinton sent us one more Cash App. It's 55 people in there. We got 5 Cash Apps from 4 people. Come on, y'all. If you enjoy it, if you think it's good, I know niggas is gonna be saying now wasters now. You're a now waster. Now wasters is gonna be on a TV on a t-shirt. Now wasters. Right? That resonated, didn't it? Go to the Cash App. $ Zoe What Netter. Thank you, John Gilbreth. Yeah, Lloyd went back for Cash App number 2. I'm appreciative. I'm thankful. I'm grateful. Patting that shit. Now wasters. But what is the invert of a now waster? Y'all ready?
Now, the next of these perfections is a very important one. It's the perfection of patience. And this is the antidote to anger. This is again a huge subject, and I can only skim the surface. But I think we can all appreciate that our daily life, our family life, our workplace, and so forth are a wonderful field for practicing patience. Even just driving, although of course your roads are very well disciplined. Come to India. But nonetheless, driving and so forth, wonderful opportunities for practicing how to relax inwardly and not react with irritation, frustration, anger. So how?
I love her. The reason why I play clips like Tenzin and Pema Chodron is because I want you to understand, especially how it relates to the topic. You have efficient use of time. That is mindfulness, right? You have the inefficient use of time. That is unforgiveness and regret. Do you see? That's wasting time when you're in those spaces. And I'm not saying you can't be in those spaces for a short amount of time, but you should use your time in those spaces to cultivate the tools that are available at that level of consciousness and use those tools to rise above. Now, before we came forward, we were talking about now wasters. But now wasters have a mirror image. The mirror image of the now waster is the now waiter. Someone who is sitting in the now, waiting for somebody to show up right. And just like in attachment theory, the anxious avoidant trap, you're going to get the same thing, you understand, with the now waster and the now waiter. Don't worry, God gonna send them. And God is saying, I sent you to earth, to this plane of existence with all the tools you need, but you got to go through something in order to excavate them. Do you see? So the now waster, inevitably drawn to the now waiter, all right? Like a moth to the flame. Damn it, we don't fall in love, we fall in time. Tonight's topic, episode 4, the law of timing and the disfigured mirror of relationships, a metaphysical excavation of relational time, trauma, and transcendence. Look, I got my brother on the line, but I know my brother needs a little time to cook. So I'm just going to give you a few more pointers. And I love Krishnamurti's work. You guys know that, but he's not the only philosopher that I love. I love Robert Anton Wilson's Prometheus Rising. There's a chapter in his book where he talks about time binding. This is the past. This is psychological time. Chronological time is much different. You've all met a chronological adult, but internally and psychologically, they are a child. Do you see? Relationships are designed to help you nurture that hurt, wounded inner child and help it grow up spiritually. Do you see? That's the purpose of relationship. Your ego thinks, or it makes you think you have time. But oftentimes, you are merely mismanaging it. When we come forward, back to the phone lines. Now that we're coming down to the final, I want y'all to give me your honest estimation of the 4 episodes this week. All right? And you'll tell me your favorite by putting either 1, 2, 3, 4 in the chat. 2, 4, 4. Oh, we got 2 votes for 4. What was 2? What was episode 2? Does anybody remember episode 2, the title? Who is this person talking about? Somebody get him up out of here. Like, who is that? Everyone blazed, I swear. Ben Affleck. Hey, what up, Eddie? I'm writing my own book called The Galaxy of Dying Stars. Beautiful. I want 2. Oh, Peter, get up out of here. Yo, Ed, you came in here late, boy. This thing is flamed up right now. No, it's all good. Ain't nothing but love. Oh, the how fake authority. Hey, that fake authority? The law of authority was crazy. I don't know about y'all, but the law of authority was... Wait, episode 1 was what? The law of authority was silly. That shit was crazy. They all good. Hey, the law of authority was bonkers. What was the first one, Attila? Which law was that? Was it the mirror? Did we do the mirror? I think the first one was the mirror, if I'm not mistaken. The law of reciprocity was dumb as hell, too. Oh, all these motherfuckers is crazy. And then yesterday was dumb. Attila might have a point. And I'm going to tell you right now, y'all be honest with me. Put up an emoji, right? If you agree. If starting a relationship with somebody, you can sit down and watch these episodes. Am I wrong? Could you sit down and be like, without like trying to force somebody to watch a whole fucking video or something like that? But I'm just saying, do you think like you could sit down and really kind of like have a discussion and kind of dissect and like interact with this? Icebreakers for sure. Hell yeah, I could. My favorite was the law of reciprocity. It has destroyed many relationships of mine. Yeah. We just so happen to be in the same place. The law of reciprocity was bananas. Hey, and y'all said, hey, y'all, oh, listen to this commercial.
Check it out.
They asked me to do a lip sync video to this. I was with the rest of the hosts. I was like,
At KBOA Talk 1580, we're celebrating our 4th anniversary, and this track right here is the gift one of our devoted listeners presented to us.
Get some information, get a true education to know. Ooh, yeah.
having a member of our KBLA delegation write us a song. Stop it. Our listeners love us and there ain't nothing we can do about it. Wouldn't want to. Thanks to Cardell and everybody else for turning on KBLA Talk 1580. We love you right black.
Yeah, because I think it's part of being kind and conscientious to each other that we explore those things together, because we're playing with live rounds here. Like, it's not, we don't get the time back. It's real, and I've hurt people in the past, where I feel like, and not in the sense that I stayed with someone past their ability to have children, but I know that there were relationships that I stayed in a year too long, and I already knew it wasn't right, but I kept going, and it was comfortable, and I don't have, I have real regrets about those moments, but no matter how much someone regrets staying with you too long, they don't have the ability to give you back that time. So you have to protect your own time, and we have to take accountability for it ourselves and not expect someone to be more responsible for our time than we are. It's a lovely thing that you were able to have that conversation, because you also gave her a gift in her being able to go and find someone who's right for what she wants. The danger in situations like that is that people go away saying, that was my person, but for this, incompatibility in our timelines. And I think that we have to, that's another story that we tell ourselves that I don't believe in. I think we have to get rid of those stories.
Man, besides breaking up with your mama, because sometimes you got to break up with your parents. Sometimes you got to understand the toxicity in you comes from them. Besides breaking up with the patterns you inherited from your primary caregiver, one of the hardest breakups is to break up with comfort. And oftentimes we spend so much time in a comfortable situation. It's not conducive for growth. You settle in. You're a bed bug now. How much time have you just spent in comfort? Right? I'm not going outside. Is you crazy? You know how hot it is out. It's air conditioning in here. You don't care about CO2s. You don't care about nothing. Just long as your comfort. Sometimes that could be such a trap and such a difficult gravitational force to break free from. Man, I got callers on the line. You know I got to get them in here now. My brother, Pastor John, you already know what it is, from Mountain View, Hawaii. John, what are your thoughts on tonight's topic?
Greetings and blessings, chat, and those within the sound of my voice. Blessings to you, Zoe.
Blessings, brother, blessings.
Andy, not mad at you. Yes, I get it. You got a job, but we need them organs.
We need them organs. Oh, he called and asked about the organs.
This show has been bomb, my lord. This show right here.
Oh, okay,
So
okay.
Let me go ahead and make my point and get out of here.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not ready to escape the matrix of your own mind, this is your beating. And until morale improves, this will continually be your beating. But who wants to get beat?
Keep going. Uh-huh.
And it's funny how even at the moment you are getting ready to, and black folks, just bear with me for a minute. Mama would beat you for doing something wrong, right? How many times did you flinch before that connection took place from the belt to your hide?
A few times, sir.
So if we're talking about the same time frames, the past and the future that we're stuck in, and you have yet to enjoy the present, there's your flinch. Stop flinching.
I love it,
Rid of the beating
yeah.
And move forward. Your presence, where you can make changes at, again, if you continue with the beatings, it's your choice. Your comfort zone, your level of being. But you can be better than that. Workouts go in this measure. It becomes tough, then you become stronger, and it becomes easier. Where's the timing in when it becomes stronger for you? And have you yet to identify it? Back to the beatings.
Hey, Brother John, guess what you just did, my friend?
Mountain View is in the house. Don't get beat no more.
Don't get beat no more.
Stay strong. Get curious. Identify where you stand and move forward. The strength is within you. I'm done.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Hey, if you want to bring your city in the building, all you got to do is call me. 1-800-920-1580. Get at me, get at me, get at me. Oh, let's go. Let's run right over here real quick. Arkansas, Davy Lee done brought the sticks. You got to turn. Okay. You good, brother? What's up, man? How are you?
Not much, man. We maintain it. You know, everything out of all the times I've had through this chaotic moment I've been going through, I'm actually at peace. I'm cool with it. I got work to do, so it's cool. But I just want to say, you know, it's been a lot of time I done wasted off of not, you know, shooting for what's right in front of me. Sometimes you got to take a chance on yourself, man. Because, like, you know, at the end of the day, you never know what's gonna pop if you don't get it popping yourself, man. You gotta do it, man. You gotta get straight to it. Or you just gonna usually have like compound interest on like certain things you done built throughout your life. It's just gonna build up extra problems for you, man. Now you gotta do all this other stuff. You might not be able to, you know, use your time wisely no more. Now you gotta get straight to it. Like me, you gotta get straight to it.
Right.
You ain't got no other time to work on it.
Exactly.
That's basically what I gotta say. That's about it. I ain't got nothing deep. But get straight to it.
Hey, man, I love you, brother. I appreciate you. And guess what you just did?
Yes, sir. I brought y'all to the sticks. sticks, baby.
To the sticks. Now I'm talking about. We appreciate it. Arkansas has been in effect for weeks and weeks and weeks, and we love it when our brother Davey Lee from Arkansas calls in. If you want to bring your city in the building, all you got to do is call me. 1-800-920-1580.
Hey, it's Zoe Williams, the voice of reason. Are you tired?
Y'all stupid as hell. Y'all be bugging. I love y'all, man. Hey, listen to this. Hey, this is just for the behind the scenesers. I'm not saying this on the air, but look at this. Robert Anton Wilson. You are precisely as big as what you love and precisely as small as what you allow to annoy you. Robert Anton Wilson. What the what? Oh no, we haven't even gotten into his bag yet. We coming to that. Ego is a social fiction for which one person at a time gets all the blame. Robert Anton Wilson. Oh man. No. Apply this one to religion and God. Any model we make does not describe the universe. It describes what our brains are capable of saying at this time. You knock it off, so. It's good shit though, right?
But there's There's a wall of silence that surrounds us from a deeper acquaintance with what is actually so difficult about us. Our friends don't want to tell us, why would they bother? They just want a pleasant evening out. They're not. Our friends know more about us and more about our flaws, probably after a 10-minute acquaintance. A stranger will know more about your flaws than you might learn over 40 years of life on the planet. Our capacity to intuit what is wrong with us is very weak. Our parents don't tell us very much. Why would they? They love us too much. They know. They can see, of course. I mean, they followed us from the crib. They know what's wrong with us. They're not going to tell us because they just want to, be sweet. And our ex-lovers, a vital source of knowledge, they know. Absolutely, they know. But do you remember that speech that they gave? It was moving at the time when they said that they wanted a little more space and were attracted to travel and were interested in the culture of Southeast Asia. Nonsense. They thought lots of things were wrong with you, but they weren't going to be bothered to tell you. They were just off out of there. Why would they bother? So this knowledge that is out there is not in you. It's out there, but it's not in you. And so therefore we progress through the world with a very low sense of what is actually wrong with us. Not least, all of us are addicts. Almost all of us are addicts. Not injecting heroin as such, but addicts in the sense, we need to redefine what addiction is. I like to define addiction not in terms of the substance you're taking. In other words, I'm a heroin addict, I'm a cocaine addict. No. Addiction is basically any pattern of behavior whereby you cannot stand to be with yourself and certain of the more uncomfortable thoughts and, more importantly, emotions that come from being on your own. And so therefore you can be addicted to almost anything so long as it keeps you away from yourself, so long as it keeps you away from tricky self-knowledge. And most of us are addicts. And thanks to all sorts of technologies and distractions, etc., we can have a good life where we will almost certainly be guaranteed not to spend any time with ourselves, except maybe for certain kind of airlines that still don't have the gadgets to distract us. But otherwise, you can be guaranteed you don't have to talk to yourself. And this is a disaster for your capacity to have a relationship with another person, because until you know yourself...
Oh my God, he's on complete fire. Who is that, Andy? Man, I mean, the fire tonight has been lit. I'm sorry. Alan de Botton. We'll take it. Or Alan de Button? Elaine de Botton. Harry Potter, is that you? Hey, tonight's topic has been crazy, man. You're listening to the VOR live on KBLA Talk 1580, man. Man, it's all progressive here. You cannot tell me that this relationship talk is not progressive. Let's keep it going. When you say, I'm not ready, are you protecting a sacred timing or protecting the ego's illusion of control? Oof. If time is a teacher, what lesson do you keep skipping class to avoid? So many people think taking time or taking space is actually healing. No, that's a mismanagement of time if you're not actually doing the work. Stonewalling is a mismanagement of time. Avoidance is a mismanagement of time. Chasing is a mismanagement of time. I would say let's get even deeper, right? Seeking validation externally is a mismanagement of time. Do you understand? You don't want to add time. The more you delay, it's like having a mortgage where you say, hey, I missed 8 payments. Can you put those payments at the end of the mortgage and then you extend them? Listen, mismanagement of time extends time. This is why the Hindus talked about the endless cycle of time, samsara, the endless birth, life, death, and rebirth cycle. Why are people reincarnating? Because they didn't get it the first time. They flunked. Do you understand? That's what the karma piece is. And based on your action, karma, it determines if you can break the cycle of samsara. Do you see? Many of us are so broken and disheveled psychologically on the inside. And yes, let me just say, it's okay to take time, but you can't become addicted to time. You can't become addicted to avoidance. You can't become addicted to procrastination. You can't become addicted to sweeping it under the rug. Life is designed for you to grow up spiritually, and it's not always going to be comfortable. We do not fall in love, we fall in time. This is not poetry, but precision. For time, in its quantum and psychological unfolding, frames how we meet others, not just when. The law of timing, subtle yet severe, suggests not merely the orchestration of events, but the revelation of inner readiness. When we speak of divine timing, do we invoke spirit or shield the ego from confronting its unpreparedness? Ouch. Stop calling it time if you're doing it. You wasted, Andy. Can you play Time Keeps on Slipping the Steve Miller Band? Oh, so many of y'all letting time slip away. Krishnamurti warned us that psychological time is an illusion, the mind's attempt to secure permanence in a world built on impermanence. And yet, we often do postpone love, healing, or presence because it's not, quote unquote, the right time for our ego to let its life go. Go ahead, Andy, give me that. Oh, he ain't got it yet. Okay, don't worry, I got more. Such proclamations often mask unspoken trauma contracts, unexamined patterns encoded within our nervous system that recoil from intimacy as if from an open flame. The relational field is not a stage for romantic performance. It is an interdimensional mirror. In my 2019 book, I called it the holographic relationship, which talked about the holographic whole nature of relating. Just because you wear a mask doesn't mean you don't bring your whole self in. It just seeps out into the relationship over time. Here we go. Play that for me, please. The Steve Miller Band wasn't playing. Hey, my playlist was crazy tonight. When we declare someone a waste of time, we are not indicating their value. We are confessing to a betrayal of our own presence. The wound is not chronological. It is ontological. According to Dr. David R. Hawkins, consciousness calibrates at the level of integrity only when one ceases to externalize causality. The more we blame fate, the more we outsource our evolution. Urgency in this light becomes a sacred clue, not to act faster, but to feel deeper. It reveals a bypassed wound, screaming through the illusion of control. The ego rushes to manifest not because it trusts timing, but because it fears extinction. Listen, man, next week, we got another week of slappers. The voice of reason starts the conversation, but guess what? It's up to you to finish it. I'm the VOR, and I'll see y'all next week. Deuces! Yo, this is a fire topic. Appreciate everybody for tapping in. Appreciate everybody for showing love. Love, love, love.